Welcome to QuestJunkiesUK. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and we are brought to you by the kind support of CZRPG, Phoenix Dice, Trollord Games, and Nathrax 3D Minis. Look out for your chance to win in our fabulous giveaways. Check the session for today's giveaway. And, of course, you can get yourselves a lovely discount over on their homepages using the coupon codes that will pop up in chat. Do not miss this amazing stuff. CZRPG with their beautiful encounter design, maps, a fantastic Patreon for you to join. Phoenix Dice, their incredible, sustainably produced, recycled packaging and everything. The wonderful Click-Clap Math Rocks, do check them out. Trollord Games with their incredible Castles and Crusades original system and lots of D&D content as well. And the beautiful 3D printed and beautifully painted, if you wish, minis of Nathrax 3D Minis. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Please check them out and let them know that the Odyssey sent you. Now, let us also say a huge thank you to the wonderful people over at Sirenscape. Amazing music and sound effects for your games, and just makes the whole experience a completely different level. Check them out, stuff for D&D, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, other game systems, board games, science fiction, fantasy, everything you need. Link in chat for your chance to get a free trial of this amazing product. Now, let's get into the session. To adventure!
Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK, and welcome to another one-shot roulette. A massive hello to everyone over here. Wyatt, Patch, you're in the wrong boxes. Why are you in the wrong boxes?
I was trying to escape.
Damn you!
I was trying to escape.
Get back!
No.
Oh, musical chairs. There we go.
Oh, so it's that random.
Yeah, completely. More random than we thought. Oh, right. Good morning, everybody. At least for me, it is 6 o'clock in the morning here in Japan, and it's going to make me slightly loopy, which is a perfect mindset for one-shot roulette. So, perfectly timed here. I hope that everyone is doing very, very well. It's an absolute pleasure to have everyone here. Hello to all of our raiders from those lovely folks over at our stream team. Absolutely awesome to see everyone. Hope you're doing very well. Lots of new names in chat as well. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing very, very nicely today. And thank you for joining us for this rather interesting little style of play that we have going on here. We shall explain what's going on in just a moment. Let me do a shout out for our friends. Da, da, da. Hang on a second. Roll together RPG. Check the spelling. Okay, boom. Everyone, if you are not already, please head over and support the fabulous folks over at our friends at Roll Together, the awesome head of our stream team. Absolute pleasure to be adventuring with them and to be at a time of day when we can enjoy raiding into each other. Usually not possible with the time difference, as I am over here in Japan, but it is very nice to see everyone. I hope you had a fantastic session, and looking forward and able to stick around for what will be another fantastic session over here. Although quite what that entails, I cannot tell you because of the random nature of things. I am also in the dark, as we like, well, very much so. Winter in Japan, it is very dark outside. Now, let us get things rolling here. A quick, lovely shout out to all those wonderful people in that pre-roll, all of the awesome folks that support the channel. It's always an absolute pleasure. And another special shout out to our friends at CZRPG and the fantastic folks over at Troll Lord Games. They are sponsoring our giveaway for today. We have a one-shot, aka drop-in location from CZRPG, a brand new release from CZRPG. From they're called the Great Library. You can play it as a one-shot, drop it into your campaigns as a location. Fantastic encounter design, original monsters, magical items. Always a good time with CZRPG. And the wonderful people at Troll Lord Games have given us, count them, 1, 2, 3 vouchers for money off their catalog, their digital catalog over at Troll Lord Games. So, ! Enter in the chat for your chance to win the fabulous prizes we've got on offer, and we'll draw at the end of things today. Right, okay, so that said, let us also do one last shout out, and that is to the ability to give lovely music and sound effects to all of you people around the world, players and viewers alike, wherever you might be. And that, of course, is from the wonderful people over at Sirenscape. They have all sorts of original stuff, and you can make your own sound sets and add your own sounds and music and everything, and you can get all of this awesome in your game and up the ambiance and all that kind of stuff going on. We have multiple players that refuse to play without it anymore, as it's just such a game changer. You can also support the channel by doing that, because those wonderful people over at Sirenscape have made us an affiliate recently. So there is an affiliate link there, and if you sign up and give them a trial, and if you later on become a Super Siren subscriber and get access to all of the thousands and thousands of sounds and musics, then you can help out the channel too. And that would be hugely appreciated. Now, as we get rolling here, what is it that lies in store for our adventurers? I don't know. This is One Shot Roulette. The location of our adventure, the major plot points of this one-shot have yet to be determined, and we will find out just what is in store for them and me in just a moment. But who are they? Let us go around the overlay here clockwise from myself. Myra the Pirate, welcome to the channel. And who are you in the real world?
Hello, I am aka Myra the Pirate. I am a Scottish person living in Essex. I like cats, short walks, and video games, and of course D&D.
I'm a Colchester boy, so that's also appreciated.
Yes. You can find me in places on the interwebs under Myra the Pirate or Myra Pirate in most places.
Yes, indeed. Let me drop a link over here in the chat. Everyone do give my a follow over there. Avast it be Myra the Pirates, join the crew.
I also play as Rhodania over in the Rhodania Chronicles.
Indeed, yes, of course, yes. I left out that key feat here. Bit of a more of a tight unit, a tight knit group than usual here. We usually pull in players from all sorts of places, but today we have a group with a name. This is the Wild Ones. the fabulous cast and crew of the Rhodania Chronicles Season 3 over on QuestJunkiesUK. There he is, right beneath me. I'm looking forward to killing you in a one-shot as well, Patch. Now, moving on round the overlay. The Moonkeep. Where can people find you?
Hi, friends. My name is Wyatt. You can find me on the Moonkeep pretty much anywhere, except Twitch. Sorry, not Twitch. Twitter. I'm mainly on TikTok and apparently now Instagram with 14,000 followers, which just randomly happened over the past 2 weeks.
Awesome.
So come join. That's about it. I play Reese on Rhodania Chronicles as well.
Thank you. It's going to be dropping all of these links in chat, so everyone give everybody a follow. And someone that's regulars on the channel will know and love already, the classy yet sassy wizard, Order of Scribes wizard, also known as QuestJunkiesUK.
That's right, it's me, Patch from QuestJunkiesUK. Always thrilled to be on this wonderful channel in this wonderful corner of the internet. Yes, you've seen me over on the Rhodania Chronicles as the guy playing everybody else, apart from the cast. And you've also seen me on QuestJunkiesUK, playing such characters as the aforementioned sassy yet classy Order of Scribes, Kalishtar wizard Kellen Sturgro, the Way of the Four Elements, Air Genasi Monk, Io. We've had
Lulu.
quite a lot. Lulu the Celestial Holophant. Still sorry about that. Gone too soon. But yeah, really thrilled to be here. This is not my first rodeo with one-shot roulette, and I hope it's absolutely not my last, because this is my favourite form of D&D.
It is a good time. And moving on around, Patoons.
Hello, I am Patrick, aka Patton. Sometimes I draw art. Monday nights, I would usually play Colin McGinnis, Earth Genasi Runite Fighter. But this week, I'm playing somebody completely different, so I don't know how to do my usual intro. I'm like a fake content creator. I sometimes do art for people online. I have done lots of work for Patch in the past. I've done work for Wyatt and and yeah, I'm slowly spreading my name out there among this circle, hoping to spread it further. I may also potentially be working on it soon in the near future. But we'll talk about that later. It's one of 2023's goals. So, been playing D&D for like 4 years. Looking forward to playing with the Phoenix. I've watched some of the streams.
Cheers, buddy.
Rad as hell.
Now, sorry, Pat, can you get your mic a smidge closer? Is that possible? You good? There you go.
Is that better?
Yes.
Hello?
Sorry. The one downside of using Zoom is we can't mess with each people's levels, which is something they need to fix. It's like, please, can we have that option? And last but not least, by any measure you care to employ, nice try, Enigma.
Hello, I am Bridget, aka Enigma. You can find me in most places at Nice Try Enigma, and nothing new to report except I'm almost done with my current college semester, and I'm on track to earn 2 degrees.
Hell yeah!
Woo! I just found out.
Amazing!
Fantastic.
Yeah, and sometimes you just gotta go for the change of pace here, and I love the randomness of this also. I'm looking forward to getting to the session.
Indeed. Okay, thank you. Now, let us get things rolling here. We have met the players. We shall meet the characters in just a moment. But before we do that, we need to decide a couple of things. First things first, Patch, I hope you'll excuse me. You roll on this channel frequently, so I'm going to leave it to your players to do some rolling here. I'm going to use a D4 to see which of these players we are going to be calling on here. Okay, so first up, nice try, Enigma. Bridget, could you please, as I pull up this table, boop, roll.
Or do we need to
This one's fine.
Close stream.
No, this
Okay.
one's fine. This one's fine. Could you please roll me a d20?
Whoops, I got a 5.
Okay. A 5 on our locations table means we are heading to Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale, the frozen north of Faerun, up above the spine of the world mountains, in the snow and ice, up there, the 10 towns trying to eke out a meager existence in the unforgiving winters of the north. And we shall see just what is in store for us there. Thank you very much. Okay. And...
Just a fun little bit of trivia. The very first time I guessed it on QuestJunkiesUK was in Icewind Dale.
Indeed, yes. As
It's a homecoming.
a drow.
Yes.
Yeah. You visit your own grave. Okay, now.
God damn it, John.
We were making a joke. We were making a joke about previous characters that have passed away, appearing as Force ghosts, like in Star Wars, and
God.
and I forget who it was, but someone said, so is it just? It's like like a couple of players that have died, and then about 5 patches.
Yep, literally.
Just hanging out in the back there.
I could do my own one-shot with just me and all my characters that are dead.
Questing through the afterlife. Okay. So, there we go, folks. The Icewind Dale is our location. But what are we going to do? What is the plot of this one-shot? I have no idea. Let's find out. So, if our players could close stream for a moment. Just minimize the tab for a second. And I am going to switch over here. Hey everyone, it's just me, but they can still hear us, so be careful. Okay. Now, as we get things rolling here, you can see our fabulous friends here over at chaosgen.com. Let me drop this in chat if you would also like this cool collection of generators for your game. There's the link over there, give it a check for yourselves. Here, we have the D&D one-shot generator from Chaos Gen. There are lots of different tables in here. Really recommend going and give it a look. It's really awesome. And you are going to be rolling on this table. So, just to make sure, prove that I'm not seeing anything in advance, you can see here, I'm going to select, it's at 5 at the moment. I'm going to change that to 10. There you see, changing to 10. And I'm going to click on the more here, it'll refresh. Boom, there we go, it has refreshed. That is an entirely random set of 10 different adventures. And let's see here. Pat.
Hello.
Could you roll a d10?
A D10, right. I got an 8.
An 8. Okay, folks, count it with me. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. Okay. So there
I
it
don't
is.
like it when you laugh like that.
We're in danger.
Hang on. It's a big one. It doesn't fit on the screen. Hang on, I need to zoom out.
That's what she said.
Hey up.
There we go, perfect. Okay, everyone, feast your eyes. This is what is about to happen on the channel here. Okay.
Oh wait, are we allowed to look now?
Nope.
No,
Oh.
No.
Wait, please.
not
Sorry.
us. We can't feast our eyes.
Talking to chat.
I will feast my imagination.
Rishi in chat there. Why is TPK an option? TPK is always an option, Rishi.
Mhm.
Okay, everyone, please have a look at that there. I'm gonna switch off screen so our friends can come back and join us in a moment here. So I'll let you have a read through of that. Okay. So that is our adventure for today, friends. I'm going to be dropping back here to the main screen. All right. Here we go. Now, everyone, keep streaming close for just a second. With the delay that we have there. Okay, now I discount the top line because it says your backgrounds and stuff, which doesn't, you know. The first line. The PCs are religious guild artisans. Now, you are a member of a guild. You are representative of the Guild of Glassblowers, which is perfect for a barbarian.
Blow like gas.
Oi!
The Guild of Gasblowers, definitely a thing.
That's a my thing.
I think isn't that the Guild of Town Criers? I'm not sure. Okay, now. Okay, that should be enough. Patch, could you tentatively just have a quick sneak peek, make sure we're back?
Yeah, we're all good.
Okay, everyone, you can jump back to stream if you so wish.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to go around the overlay in the opposite direction, so starting with Bridget and heading on around there. Please introduce your character, their classes, because we insist on multi-class, although D&D Beyond was very chill this time round. Everyone only got 2 classes. We've had 3, we've had 4. No, we haven't had the mythical 5 yet. We haven't had this 5 level 1 classes yet.
Someday.
But let us switch things up here a little bit. As the mists once more unfold and roll out across the multitudinous facets of the Wackyverse, pulling in a disparate group of adventurers from here, there, and everywhere to sort out this most pressing of problems. Definitely needed extra planar help for this one. Where are you found? Who are you? And what are you doing as a young gnome girl by the name of Elifor Tan comes emerging from the mists to whisk you away on an adventure? So, Lodge, who are you?
So, Lodge is an Earth Genasi Barbarian Path of the Beast Ranger. No subclass on Ranger yet, but I would say she's also a clan crafter, so I'm thinking in the middle of crafting perhaps a set of maybe some gauntlets, maybe a few other accessories, things like that you can presume that she will attempt to pass off as more valuable than they actually are. She's really working on getting those details ironed out, maybe chiseling away at some stone for the raw materials later. And as the great Izzy Rowland once said, Lodge is Jersey Mansion trash. If that gives you an idea of who I'm drawing inspiration from for this character.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Moving on round. Miss Lynn, who are you?
So, Miss Lynn is a mountain dwarf. He is 5 levels of cleric. Warlock. He's so convinced that he is serving under the god. I need to double check the name. Lanathar, the god of light. He's so convinced that
Lathander?
That's it. That's
Lathander.
his name. That's his name. But he's so convinced that that's his god. He's so convinced, like, he's been praying to him all of his life until his, like, but everybody kind of gets the vibe that his left hand is, like, glowing, and, like, there's an eyeball that appears every so often whenever he's using his divine magic. So he's just like, no, it's fine. Like, guys, I'm the healer. I'm a cleric of the crypt. There's no voices in my head. So yeah, He's being gaslit by Vecna to be a cleric. Vlog.
Vecna's very busy up here in Isundale. Our Sunday night, Monday morning campaign is the Hunger of Ithrin, and that is a group of evil PCs working for Vecna who are currently beneath the glacier up here in Isundale, seeking out the ruins of a crashed flying city and an artifact of Vecna that he would quite like them to restart and kick off things again. Okay, thank you. Zinlen.
Okay, so, may I request some creepy music, please?
Of course.
If you would allow me to set the scene. So, we first meet Zinlen. Well, not quite. In a dark room in the pits of a basement within the city of Berthy, in the southern parts of the world of Rhodania, we find a man with a torch running from room to room, sweat dripping down his temple, running from something or someone. And he stops at a dead end, and a voice sounds from behind him. Oh no. It appears you have run out of places to run to. And the figure quickly turns around. There is nobody there, but the torch casting a shadow of himself onto the wall reveals that his shadow begins moving independently as Zinlen steps out of the shadow. I am very sorry, but it appears that you have run into some of a predicament, and the price must be paid. And the figure gets on his knees and starts pleading. Oh, please, sir, just a few more days, and I can fix it. I can fix it. And Zinlen starts noticing mists building up behind him. Oh, this is different. Turns back to the figure. Hold that thought, please. I will be back some other time. And he turns and he runs into the mist.
Thank you kindly. Moving on round. Urifire, how about yourself?
You kind of see this halfling. He's kind of kneeled a little bit, kind of in his private quarters. He has this bow that he's kind of looking at in his hands, and he's kind of eyes closed in a meditative trance. Just kind of relaxing, enjoying the time. You can see he has leathers on, like he's expected to go somewhere. These leathers are carved with the perfect meeting between the lines of nature and the harsh lines of geometry. And a necklace of a golden dodecahedron, but 2D, hangs around his neck. That is Urifire.
Thank you. And last but not least, Agum.
I'm not very good at this, but okay. So Agum is a very small and somewhat delicate-looking Jabin. She is very much like just cleaning off her beautiful, beautiful molten hellfire armor that she's currently donning. And in the process, she is currently making, on the side of a road, a beautiful flower crown to put on her head and wear whilst about to go on some adventures. She's also happens to be a Path of the Zealot barbarian, which should be quite interesting indeed. Alongside with where is it? School of the Abjuration wizard. So she's got a bit of brawn as well as brains in some sort of aspect.
Hey, no one hits the books like a barbarian.
Exactly. But as she just finishes the last flower attached to the crown, she very, very, very gently, as gently as she can, while wearing headphones, plops it on her head and just kind of like, yes, I think that will do. Yes, I think I look very nice. Yes. Just kind of promptly just starts making her way down to the closest town.
Thank you. Okay. Now, as all of you were in these various locations and doing these various things here, we have a gifted sub. Grim Samson, thank you very much, my friends. Now, those of you familiar with the channel, those of you new to the channel should definitely hear about this. Sorry, the overlay is always kind of crowded in these situations. I don't have a place to put the little announcement thing. If you sub or gift a sub, that means a spin on the wheel of shenanigans for the player of your choice. So, Grim, who would you like to have a spin on the wheel? Now, the good news is, folks, this can max out one of your stats. Oops. All wisdom will give you a 20 wisdom. Or it could give you an advantage or a disadvantage. And I'm just going to throw this out there. There are several new additions to the wheel that have not popped up yet. And I will keep them secret until they do. So, Grim, who would you like to have a spin of the wheel there?
I think it was me.
Is it?
Yeah, because I fudged them over on Saturday.
Excellent. That's true. Okay, excellent. So, a spin of the wheel to Agum. Let us get things rolling here. Spin. Okay. Spin of the wheel with... Perfect! Thank you so much. One of the new ones. Spin of the wheel comes up as Disney Princess. Now, Agum, what does this mean? Disney Princess means that you have Speak with Animals permanently cast upon you.
Yes.
You can converse with all of the bluebirds and the little critters of the forest.
So cool.
That's
Somewhere
so
in Rhodania,
perfect.
Feronia is so jealous right now.
And I saw another one coming in from Rishi. Thank you, Rishi. Who would you like to have a spin of the wheel there, mate? Oh, two of them. Who gets the spins, Rishi? Who gets the spins? And we'll get things rolling here. And Phantom going in there too.
Oh my god.
God.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, there's one for me and one for Lodge. Okay. Phantom, who would you like your spin to go to? Let's do Lodge's first. Here you go, Lodge. That goes... Okay. I'm gonna have this coming. You can choose when to instigate this because it doesn't work right now. You can instantly gain the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, that's sweet.
I love that.
At some point,
Okay.
at some point during the game, let's say it manifests as a crystal which you can smash and release the resting, calming benefits of a long rest.
I love that.
Phantom,
Yeah.
please pick anyone across the bottom here. The top three, us top three have one. The bottom three do not.
I might need to borrow the Wheel of Shenanigans for Rhodania at some point.
I was recently in the Discord. Someone was like, "What do you have all in there? I need this in my games too."
hmm
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I'm just so glad that Agum, who is already a Gerbine, a small mouse-like creature, didn't get reduced to size.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh wow.
A tiny barbarian instead. Miss
Looks like-
Lynn gets Phantom's spin of the wheel. Here we go. Miss Lynn, you get shrink a size.
Seriously.
Speak of the devil.
So
Please tell me
yeah,
like the
'cause you-
size of Agum now, please.
So I'm,
You
so,
must
so
be
I'm
tiny.
No,
I'm tiny?
No, I think dwarves are medium, aren't they?
Are they?
They're
Dwarves are-
small.
They're small.
Are they?
I think.
Are they mechanically small?
Racial traits.
actually-
Yeah, look at your racial traits.
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
It doesn't specifically say.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming I am now small.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, guy.
So you and Agum are now the same size. Two little small adventurers.
Sal.
Hey everyone, thank you for the hype train. Up onto level 3 already. Thank you so much. I see 2 more gifts from Phantom there. Thank you, Phantom. That means 1 for Zinlen and 1 for Unifier, I assume.
Oh.
Okay, so Zinlen, getting things starting in style here.
I know Grim did one as well, which he nominated for me. So
Okay.
that's 3.
Zinlen, you also have the powers of the Disney princess.
This is the stream. This is the game.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's only in there once. It's only in there once. But yep.
Amazing.
Hell
Okay, and Unifier coming through with. Oh, you have the powers of a short rest, which you may kick off at any point you wish. So keep a note of that. Okay, and the last one was random, so I shall roll a d6, starting with Lodge in the top left there and going across. That is a 6, so Unifier, another one coming right at you.
Oh, bet. Okay.
You
Shrink
get a nap.
size.
You get a sleep. You turn
Good
small.
lord. I don't.
You go large.
All of these options are weighted the same, I swear, and this is only in there once. Unifier, you also have the powers of the Disney princess. Now, everyone,
Hell yeah.
this is actually very nicely attuned to our adventure here, and I shall reveal why in just a moment. This is why Eliwick Tan chose you adventurers in particular, because of these powers that you have. And finally, one spin of the wheel for me. The first enemy you encounter will have a random companion. Excellent. Oh,
man.
Good lord.
Oh, Charlie. Oh my
Oh
god.
my lord.
Charlie coming in with 5 gifted.
Jesus.
So thank you, Charlie.
love
Is that
that.
one for each player? I assume so.
This is the one shot, guys. We're just
Yep.
spinning the wheel.
Yeah.
Spin.
Hey, that's fun.
Wait.
Charlie,
Big money.
Charlie, is that one for every player, or is that one for everyone? Making it 2 for everyone, except if we're including me. Good lord. 1 per.
One
Okay,
per.
1 per.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that includes me, so that'll make everyone 2. Okay, so Lodge, your second spin of the wheel becomes, thank you everybody, up onto level 4 already. Awesome. Oh, good lord. Whoops, all strength. So if you would like to
Oh.
click the number on your character sheet, click your strength score, and it will give you the option to override that.
Okay.
And you can make it 20.
Oh, man.
Give me a shout if you need a hand with it. I'll sort it. Okay. The enemy has a random companion and is Whoopsal Dex. A very dexterous enemy is coming your way.
Okay.
Agum, your second one is. Thank you, everyone. You're awesome. A wild magic surge, yes.
Oh, there we go.
This is
Sup
so
of your own
perfect for
brew.
me.
Sup of your own
Oh,
brew.
God.
Miss Lynn, pre-roll me a D100, Agum.
Sorry, I'm just
No problem,
sipping
no
my
problem.
wild brew.
Miss Lynn,
Um,
Miss Lynn, you already have amazing stats, but your charisma is now 20.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Sometimes art imitates life. Okay, and Zinlen.
44.
44, thank you. Zinlen with an advantage. Please, I don't have crystals on this stream, so keep a note of that for yourself.
I have advantage. Hell yeah.
And this is like a Phoenix Uaki advantage, so it's a reroll after the fact.
Sweet.
Okay. Right. Excellent. Awesome stuff, everyone. You are all absolute legends. Thank you so much. Okay. So there we go. Sorry, Agum, No, it's okay. I was trying to... What's your dominant class is barbarian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up the barbarian wild magic table for later. On Phoenix UK there, so many of these are combat related, so when initiative is rolled, that wild magic will surge. Okay. So, everyone. That is where we're at right now. Did you manage to figure out the changing stats? We good? Lodge, listening? Okay, cool.
Got
Right. Thank you. Thanks for that hype train, everyone. Awesome stuff. Okay, so as Eliwick Tan, the small gnome of a grandchild of someone or other, we're not entirely sure anymore, appears through these mists in the various locations that you find yourselves and whisks you away on an adventure. She tells you that the very powerful spellcasters that base themselves in the port of Luskan, just south of the Spine of the World Mountains, have a very important mission for you all. We return back in time, as far as the Wackyverse is concerned, a time before the events of Rime of the Frostmaiden. The winter snows are gathering, and Frostmaiden herself, Oral, the god of winter's harshness and all of the dangerous and wild parts of that season, has begun to weave her magic, plunging Icewind Dale into a never-ending winter. Or so she thought. Some point in the future, a group of plucky adventurers will emerge from 10 towns and out of the mountains to thwart her evil plans, but that has not happened. But the portent readers and the bone tossers and the augury readers of this enclave of wizards in Luskan have determined that the winter snows are driving in, and soon the passes across the Spine of the World Mountains will be shut off, and all will be lost up in Icewind Dale, not accessible to the lower reaches of Faerun, except by a treacherous ship journey through the Sea of Moving Ice. Eliwick Tan, this little gnome who has plucked you from the various reaches of the Wackyverse. Hey everyone, thank you for that hype train! Enjoy those emotes. Let them fly in the chat there if you got them. I already have all the level 3 ones. It's like, it has to be a higher level hype train for me to get any emotes these days. It's like, I have all the other ones. Okay, my friends. Eliwick Tan tells you that there is a very special herd of goats which requires herding up through the rapidly closing passes of the Spine of the World Mountains. It is vital that these wizards have these goats delivered up to Icewind Dale before all passage through is cut off and they are unable to fulfill their plans. The fate of Icewind Dale itself rests on the safe delivery of this herd of goats through the mountains. And you were brought through the mists by Eliwick Tan to the city of Luskan. There it is, you met a representative of the wizards who took you out to the outer reaches of the city where the various traders and wagoneers and all of those animal pens and stockyards are located. A very heavily guarded section of the animal stockyards had a pen of beautiful, sleek-coated, curly-horned, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed goats who looked up, eager to meet their new safekeepers. And with that, you were given 3 sets of sled dogs and the sleds to match as you herd your special sacred goats up through the mountains. You were quick to notice that the portents were true. The winter snows came blowing in hard. Several snowstorms threatened to block your progress, to turn you about, but your trusty sled dogs, at the urging of our 3 Disney princesses, were able to keep calm and continue on their way, doggedly, if you will, making their way through the snows and the icy ravines and passes of the upper mountains. You finally reached the watershed and managed to start coming down the other side. Glimpses in the weather, occasional breaks as the sun fleetingly managed to break through Oral's magic, as yet not fully banished from this world. You saw the vast white expanse of ice and snow out ahead of you. Somewhere out there is 10 towns. Somewhere out there is the village of Goodmead, where you've been asked to deliver this herd of goats. As you started down towards the lower reaches, thankful to be descending below the icy storms of the peaks of the mountains, that is when a terrifying roar echoed around the peaks. One of the dogs in... let's quickly roll here, because everything's random here. Unifier, one of the dogs on your team of sled dogs turns to you. Oh, boss! Boss! That there's a Yeti! We gotta get going! Come on, boss! Mush us! Mush us!
Mush, let's go! Let's go!
Agum, Zinlen, you in charge of your packs of sled dogs, as you have the ability to talk directly to them. Hear that Unifier is mushing his sled dogs into a speedy descent from the mountains, and as you all start to quickly herd the goats as fast as you can down through the knee-deep snow, again that roar echoes through the mountains, and you see briefly against the sky on a peak nearby a gigantic Yeti. Its massive arms and claws raised up as it starts down the slopes and rocks towards you. My friends, as we enter into a chase, we are going to be in a skill challenge. You need to gather a certain amount of successes before you get 3 failures. This is a medium skill challenge, so the DC for any checks involved is a 12. The use of leveled spells will be an automatic success if you are able to use them. And if you are able to get the number of successes required before 3 failures, you will escape these Yetis. So, the snows whirling about you, the hiss of the sleds, the panting, the dogs. Go, boys, let's go. We can do this. We can do this. As they go charging down the slopes of the mountains, you hear the roar again, this time echoed on the other side as another Yeti replies to their family's cry. Fresh meat on the menu. And you are in the challenge here. Now, everyone needs to take a turn before we repeat anything, but anyone may take a go. So who would like to use one of their skills or one of their abilities to aid
I'll
this?
go first.
Yes, Zinlen.
So Zinlan will looks very sort of like unperturbed, shall we say, by this turn of events. Looks quite curious as he looks around. Well, in my experience, all animals are subject to their primal urges. And I will cast Minor Illusion in front of my team of sled dogs so that there is a big slab of meat hanging in front of them to encourage them just to move that little bit faster.
Fantastic. Is that a leveled spell?
It is a cantrip.
A cantrip. Okay. What is your... please make a spell check.
Okay. Let me just check which class this one comes under. I believe that is Warlock.
You have the same problem
Okay.
that Gagato has. I have two values for everything.
Yes. Let's have a look.
I have 2 spell saves, 2 spell attacks, 2 spell ability.
Ooh, natural 18, so that's
Nice.
going to be like a 22 or something.
Okay, you conjure. Please describe this succulent joint of meat that appears.
Well, as someone who has cleaved the meat off many a bone in my past, I have found many different areas of the body produce certain styles of meat. The one that I think these sled dogs will find the most appetizing would be the lower abdomen area. It looks rather juicy and firm, yet with a bit of a light spring to it.
I immediately regret asking you a description. Okay, so as you do that, yes, Grim, you have predicted correctly there. You hear your dogs, as you have the ability to speak with them, you hear the dogs cry out, "Oh, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys, let's go!" And you create this, I think it's far enough ahead that all the teams of dogs are heading for it. So all 3 sleds urge forward, in turn urging the goats to move faster as well. The goats are mildly terrified that these 3 salivating packs of sled dogs are chasing behind them. The speed of the sleds increases as the Yetis come charging down, the ice and snow slipping beneath their massive clawed feet, mini avalanches cascading down the rocks and through the trees of the Spine of the World mountains. That is one success. Who would like another go?
I will go.
Ready, fire.
I'm not sure how far away they are, but how far are the Yetis?
Yetis are kind of a medium distance away at the moment and closing.
Well, if they're closing in, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to cast Earth Tremor.
Fantastic.
So they're going to have to cross through it.
Nice. Okay, is that leveled?
Yeah, it will be
right.
Just level 1.
A level 1 spell? That's fine. Okay, nice. So, as you are willing to sacrifice one of your spell slots, that will be a success. Can you read the description for me?
Cause a tremor in the ground within range. Each creature other than you in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared, with each 5-foot diameter portion requiring at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
Fantastic. Okay. So, I'll just quickly grab a Yeti stat block here. Okay. So, a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, they got their dex maxed out, didn't they?
One of them has.
One of them has.
Okay. Let's have a quick roll of the dice here. Okay. What is the save?
It's a 12.
Okay. That's fine, that's fine. That is a dirty 20 on one of them, and the other one has maxed out their dex, so that's going to be a dirty 20 as well. 2 dirty 20s. Now, they do not fall prone, but this is still a success, so they do get slowed down by this. What does this look like? Are you setting off an avalanche? Are you dislodging trees? What's happening?
I was not envisioning trees by any means, but we could do that. No, what I was envisioning was this cracked ice and ground spewing up from beneath this thin layer of snow and just kind of becoming this very icy, frosty, sharp, jagged
Awesome.
range.
Love it. Okay, yeah, so yeah, the ground just erupts in these spikes of ice and stone as the magic thrusts up the ground beneath them. You see several younger Yetis and the fantastic Yeti tykes who get distracted by these spikes and start climbing up around them and enjoying their time on there instead. But this very dexterous-looking Yeti and one other of its family smash through, just like coming like freaking Kool-Aid man their way through these spikes, and just like smash. And as they do, the giant spikes of ice topple down, and the Yetis leap, digging their claws into them, and start surfing these big slabs of ice down the ensuing avalanche that has caught up behind them, and are continuing to chase behind you. But you are 2 successes in. Okay, Agum, Lodge, Miss Lynn.
I would like to go.
Agum, please.
Sorry. So I am going to turn around and aim at the big surfing dudes. Burning hands, hoping to melt their surfing board.
Nice. Okay. Is that leveled, or is it a cantrip?
It's a first level spell.
First level spell. Fantastic. Okay, yeah. You spin around, and please describe what this looks like as your magic erupts forth.
So I have one hand still, and I have one hand very, very clasped to the reins, and I turn around, and I just kind of go, burn, baby, burn, and then just kind of, with a thrusting hand in the air, facing them, all the little fire comes out of my claws. And just kind of little spouts.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so yes, the fire bursts forward. Let us give you a little sound effect there. Here we go. Boom. And as the fire fires out and erupts across the scene there, the big slabs of ice do indeed melt and disappear. The Yetis are slowed and pitched forward, rolling into the snow in front of them. Now, they are slowed down and do fall back a little, but you see something terrifying as their large clawed hands grip around the back of their knees, and they start roly-polying over and over with the snow, chasing after you, slowly building up into giant snowballs to crush their enemies and feast on their bone marrow. Lodge, Miss Lynn, what would you like to do?
Got an idea. Question about how far am I away from the goats?
They are, I would say, about 15 feet ahead of you. So you've got the sled dogs between you and them.
Okay. Am I in the sled?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm going to jump out of the sled and use half my movement to get to the goats. Because I'm going to say that Lodge has become rather attached to these goats in a very short amount of time, so she'll just whisper to all of them, "You're my beautiful babies, and I love each and every one of you, and you're going to be safe. You're going to make it up the mountain," and I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on the goats at 2nd level.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. I like how the first characters to directly address the animals is not one of the Disney princesses. Fantastic. Okay, that is a leveled spell, so that will succeed. Can you please describe how the shadows starts to seep out of the crevasses and dark forests of the slopes of the mountains here and envelop these charges of yours?
I think it's kind of like the steam that rises when snow melts. So it'll just look like it's rising up from the ground, kind of like a hot springs, and then it'll rise up, and then as it dissipates, the goats don't appear to be there anymore.
Okay, fantastic. As someone who is very much looking forward to heading over to the snowy mountains of the west of Japan for some hot onsen at the end of the month and over the New Year break, I appreciate that very much. Yes, the goats disappear as the Yetis are slowed a little more, as their enthusiasm is curbed somewhat, as there's only some bony adventurers and some scrawny-looking dogs now. All the delicious-looking goats have disappeared, so they do fall back a little bit more. And Miss Lynn.
Misslin gets up to the sleigh, he grabs the reins. Alright, pals, strap yourselves in! And he cracks the reins. If anybody's gonna save these goats, it's gonna be Brutifus! He's gonna do either an animal handling check or a survival check to basically fast and furious these dog sleds through the mountain pass.
Okay, it is your choice. Which would you like to go for?
I'll do animal handling because I feel like I'm trying to handle these animals.
Go for it.
And that is a 19 plus 6, which is 25.
Nice. Okay, so you reach out. Again, the other non-Disney princess reaching out directly to the animals. You reach out and you convince them with the added bonus of this delicious-looking meat ahead of them, even if those somewhat tasty-looking goats have disappeared. What do you shout out to the dogs there, and they all turn, and Zinlin, Eurifire, and Agum, you hear the dogs going, the tiny dwarf knows what they're talking about, let's go! And you encourage them to greater heights, and they go hurtling down the end of the slopes, the last remaining foothills, as you slide your 3 sleds cannoning into a gully. And as you do so, the enthusiasm of these dogs, as you've encouraged them to charge forward, Miss Lynn, the enthusiasm of the dogs, the yelps, the barks, the cries, the utter joy of just running with the sleds, causes a minor avalanche, and the snow on either side of this gully cascades down behind you, blocking the way, and all you hear as you hurtle out onto the lower lands, the flat plains of Icewind Dale, is the frustrated roars of hungry yetis who will not...
Isn't that just bloody brilliant?
They will not be eating today. Okay. Now.
For those of you at home, we did all randomly roll for our accents as well, which might explain a few things.
Indeed.
And I'm so happy about it.
Indeed.
I don't know what you mean, pal.
I'm just waiting for Pat to start screaming, "Hey, nobody, I'm Britain!"
Okay.
Disgusting.
But no, pal.
Giza.
Okay, congratulations, everybody. You have successfully, with 5 straight successes and not a single failure, you have outrun these dangerous creatures. Now, let us have a look here. Da-da-da. Okay. Now, I think we have just the thing in here. Yes. Okay. The dogs, panting, breathing the exertion of the chase, as you slow them down, realizing that you have escaped, and just start skating across Icewind Dale towards 10 Towns and towards the small cluster of buildings known as Goodmead. You can already almost taste the delicious honey brew that Eliwick Tan promised you that would be waiting at the end of your journey, for it is famous for its good meat. The goats, Lodge assures you, are out there somewhere. You have not lost them.
They're fine. They're all snuggly. They're fine.
And as you come sliding down out of the mountains here, you start to see the main road leading down towards 10 Towns starting to emerge from the snow again as you come down to these lower levels. And you see a traveller standing at the side of the road, all bundled up in winter furs and the like, quite a tall individual. And they're standing on the side of the road ahead of you. And they're kind of waving you down. They're kind of raising a hand up. What would you like to do?
Oi, pal, what's the story?
And you, as you slide down through and come up closer to the person, they shout out, hello? Yes, hello? Is it? Oh, it is! Agum! Agum! And as they kind of pull back this massive furred hood, you see, Agum, your fellow Guild of Glassblowers associate, Jacob Ebencloud, standing, bundled in furs at the side of the road here. I say, Agum, it is you.
Hello, Jakob. Hey. This is very awkward. I've not seen him in a very long time. What brings you here? What are you doing here?
Oh, the guild sent word that you might be headed up this way, and as you know, I am the representative of the guild here in Icewind Dale. I thought I should roll out the welcome mat, as it were, and help you on your way. I see you have a sled with a single occupant there. Might I purvey myself of you and hitch a ride?
If you want to, it's yeah. Come and join us. Come and just share the fair thing you have, please.
Okay.
They're very cool.
Zinlen.
Yes.
I can't imagine why, but for some reason you have been the one that was left alone on the sled. The others are like, yeah, we'll help up on these ones. You're fine. You're fine.
I think that is probably the wise decision.
Now, this gentleman, as I said, wrapped up, all bundled up in these winter furs, and you see they have a kind of Scandinavian blonde, kind of like mop of hair and a blonde beard around their chops there. And as they look and they say, mind if I hitch a ride here? I say, gracious. Those are some of the pointiest ears I have ever seen. And your eyes, they positively glow.
They tend to be the last thing people see.
Well, I would quite happily live out the rest of my days looking into those eyes.
Just pulls out a crossbow. That can certainly be arranged.
Oh, no, I would like them to be numerous.
Jakob, if you like, I can give you guys a room when we go there. If that makes it easier.
Sorry, Agum, I was just a little taken aback.
Okay, we're here for business, not pleasure.
I'm sorry, I had to take a shortcut to manage to get here in time to meet you out of the mountains. I travelled through along the shadow roads of the Shadow Realm. It was an interesting journey. I met some interesting Shadow Road wardens. It's a lovely little lizardy fellow. He showed me the way to go. Yes. Yes, yeah, Gekato was his name. Yes. He got me to the right place at the right time. Yes. Right. Well, my lord, if I may prevail of your sled.
I will allow this, but you have to tell me more of this Gekato. He sounds delicious.
Oh, let us leave that for another day. A Saturday, perhaps. Everyone, Gekato is my character that I play over on QuestJunkiesUK, who was a Shadow Road Warden in a past life. Round about this time of things, let's say. It's funny, when I first started QuestJunkiesUK and only had 2 campaigns running at the same time, I actually had the timelines matched up and was writing day by day what was happening, so I knew exactly when things happened at the same time. I do not do that anymore.
Yeah.
As I have,
It gets difficult after a while.
as I have 7 campaigns happening at the same time, and all of the previous campaigns that have happened already. Okay, so Jakob Evancloud joins your group, and frequently looking back over their shoulder. That's the rugged. Let's just say it. Perfect countenance of Zinlen. You continue along the way. So, Agum, have you blown any nice pieces recently? What? Guild of Glassblowers.
Well, it's funny you should say that. And
So this is the problem with watching other people's streams. You feel like you have a familiarity with players, even though you're playing with them for the first time.
you already know me so well, John. Well, it's funny you should say that because, and then she kind of pulls out of her bag a really, really long necked vase. Almost looks like, you know those, like the yard beer drinks you have for like, yeah, for quack.
Yeah, Yard of Ale. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've made this kind of with you in mind, Jakob, but I didn't
Surely
put
not.
any color in it because I couldn't be arsed.
It's exquisite.
It's okay. I made it on the side of the road. So, but if you like, and then she pulls one of the flowers out of her crown and puts it in. There you go, pretty. Do not break.
Agum, it has survived you hurtling out of the mountains as I just saw you do. I'm sure it will survive our continued adventures. I am honored as the side of the road. As always, you are the envy of the guild.
I do my best. In this case, it's my worst. You do better. Have you blown anything lately?
Oh, alas, I have been too busy. But I do hope. Perhaps soon.
Well, and then looks over at Sinlin. Don't try too hard. You know what happens if you blow too hard.
Of course, yes, be careful. I say, Urifier, I believe, yes, was it?
Yes.
Sorry, I meant to say halfling. I just went with name instead. Sorry, excuse me. I was like, sorry. I have a steel trap mind for these kind of things. You look like a Urifier. Yes. So, what is it you're about? What brings you to Icewind Dale? I was delighted to hear that everyone was here.
Well, to be completely frank, I have no clue what I'm doing here.
I see. Have you been tasked with anything? I see. I thought I saw glimpses of a herd of animals. Where have they gotten to?
I will look around. Oh wait, no. Is Pass Without a Trace still up?
It lasts for an hour, and I'm gonna say that Lodge is keeping it up for the time being, but she'll just pipe up and say, oh yeah, they're fine. They're just snuggling for warmth. They like to get cozy when it's cold out.
What's she saying? I haven't done much of this herding business in quite some time, but again, I was drawn to this place for whatever reason by some god.
Oh, a sacred purpose. Splendid. Yes, well, as it is often said, there is much wisdom to be had in the utterances of the gods.
Yes.
It is good to see that such divine providence smiles upon your mission. These must be important beasts indeed.
Well, I certainly hope so. Otherwise, this is an infernal duty. I don't follow this god, so I'm very confused.
I see. Well, regardless, I believe it is the wise decision to listen to the gods whenever they come calling. Unfortunately, we are having to listen to the utterances of Oral, the Frost Maiden. No doubt you've noticed the inclement weather.
What are these goats for?
A very good question. Yes, I'm afraid I do not know. The wizards back in Luskan told you they were required to be delivered up here. There was mention of a high stakes goat bowl tournament that the Goliaths were planning to hold up here in Icewind Dale. So perhaps that might have something to do with it. And the wizards just said that without these goats, certain events could not unfold as intended. You there, dwarf? I want to say Misty Bello. No, Miss Lynn.
The name's Miss Lynn.
I knew it. I don't know how to do it.
The name's Miss Lynn Butterfist. My mates call me Broody.
Rudy. I see. I did almost missed you there. You're tucked up in all those furs.
Well, I believe I'm pissed off about this realm we've fallen into because I was a big, strong dwarf working in the mines with my 6 brothers, and then this portal opens, and now I'm a short wee man.
I see.
Frankly, they're true what they say. We people are fucking
I can agree with that. I can.
They do tend to scream the loudest, yes.
You'll get used to it. It's all right. I shall show you the way.
And Miss Lynn, as a dwarf, you've got rid of your 6 brothers, and you have 3 Disney princesses to yourself. I wouldn't complain. Those are odds that no other Disney dwarf is getting.
Yeah, he's looking out. The magic that pulled me through, it shrunk everything.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Bridget.
That's a shame.
It's like Miss Lynn and the 7 princesses would be great. Okay. So, I don't know if he's doing the dirty with 7 princesses. He's a hoe. I'm not sure if he's a high hoe or not. He's a tiny dwarf, so I'd be like, low ho.
I mean, he's smashing into those mines every day. He's up to some busy work.
Smash it into something.
So,
So,
Welcome to Phoenix Iraqi Gets Demonetized, folks.
it's okay. That's why we have those fine folks with those gifted subs. If you manage to put off our audience, I would be very surprised. Although, I do see the viewer count take a sharp dip every time Mize says something. I'm not sure what's going on there. Insinuates something over there. It's because they're leaving to go give you a follow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice save.
Okay, so as you continue down through the outskirts of Icewind Dale here, Miss Lynn, our friend Jakob here says, "Oh well, I do know an awful lot about this region, and you'll be very happy to hear that we have an entire dwarven valley. It is look,
Hey.
look yonder, and he points way off to the north, and you can see through the blustering snows whenever they part. There is a single gigantic peak standing on its own, far away from the spine of the world mountains. He's like,
That's pretty.
on the slopes of that there mountain there, you can find the Dwarven Valley. Extensive mining operations and all sorts of the fine folk up there. I'm sure once you've delivered to your charges, these precious goats, then you will be able to discover just what is up. Oh,
Well, I mean, if I'm able to smash my pickaxe into something, and he like takes out his quarterstaff, and you see like this almost like nightmarish black magic kind of like emanate around the quarterstaff, and then like the pickaxe like forms on the end of it.
nice.
The
Okay.
black weapon.
And-
He's just like, hey, I could do some smashing up in there, but it's alright.
And he kind of like takes the vase away. He's like, "Oh, careful! It's a precious gift. If this should smash, I don't know what I would do." Yes, let's keep it tucked away. Yes. But Zinlen, at this point, you see around the ruff, the kind of fur collar of this man's jacket, there's a kind of shifting and stirring, and a little snow-white ferret, with little red eyes, just pokes up out of the man's furs, out of the depths of his hood, and he's like, Sylvester, no, it's too chilly. Stay away.
Is that your mid-afternoon snack?
Sorry? No, Sylvester is nothing of the sort.
Oh, that's good, because the meat tends to be a little stringy, unless you go for... The tosser's not bad, but...
Very disturbing appetites, you know that? But somewhat exotic. Interesting.
Can I insight check this,
Please.
whatever this is?
We call that a red
Something.
flag.
Agam is just basically just like,
That is a 19.
A 19. Zillion, tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
I think love is just what some people distract themselves with to not think about their inevitable demise.
Okay. So, with a 19 and those beliefs, something is very strange about this character, but you can't imagine what they're going on about. But they have been smitten with something. Now,
I don't have anything for that, I don't think. No, okay. Duly noted.
okay. Now, you there, Earth Genasi. A lodge, if ever I saw one.
You cute, I like you.
Oh, thank you very much. Where is it you're headed here in 10 Towns? Any of them in particular?
Well, see, I ain't too sure of that, pal. I was in the middle of making my jewelry making business, and then I got whisked away, kind of like everybody else here. So now I'm just trying to figure out what's next, and if I hope nobody steals my raw materials, 'cause those things can be so hard to collect.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
I understand. Once you have delivered your charges, again, that I'm sure the folks up at that Dwarven Valley, they unearth all sorts of treasures all the time. I'm sure they'll be able to deliver something to you. And well, I understand the fears of loss. If anything,
Yes, it was.
if anything should
very
happen to this,
abrupt.
if anything should happen to this vase, this gift of the great Agum, oh, I don't know what would happen.
Agum
Can
just
I
kind
use-
of like sidles next to Misslin and whispers, "It's fine. I've got like 20 in my bag. It's nothing special."
Jesus Christ, you're a talking mouse!
How did you not notice this? I've been traveling with you for God knows how long.
To be fair,
Can
I
I-
have loads of voices in my head.
You're not that much bigger than me, pal.
Can I cast minor illusion on this vase to make it look like it's cracking?
You're such an asshole.
Oh.
I love it.
I'm just curious.
Is there a semantic component to that?
Yes, there is.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand.
Ooh, something I'm actually good at. 19.
A 19. Okay.
You're very good at.
Jakob does not notice you casting the spell, and as he's talking to the others, and then he finishes talking about whatever he's mentioning, kind of hurriedly looks down again. He keeps glancing at this beautiful vase that Agum has created, and he sees that. He's like, "Oh goodness! Slow the dogs down! Slow the dogs down, please! The jolting is too much." You speed them up.
Oh, well, clearly,
Everything-
clearly it's a defective product. It might be just like I didn't do any quality control inside of the world. So.
This
One
is
of them first drafts.
not Agum original. It is still in one piece. It is still in one piece. Relax, Jakob. Relax.
You have to understand, everything has its end eventually.
Well, yes. But don't you find that some things are just timeless? Like love?
No. I think it's pointless.
Do you still need to be alone or something? I'm sensing some tension in the air.
What? Out here in this cold? Oh, no. Let us
It's
get...
been, I mean,
If you really
It's
want,
been
you
at
two can
least-
snuggle up together.
it's been at least 3 hours since I've murdered anything, so I'm getting a little touchy.
You can murder his penis if you wanted.
The question is, what penis? You're a tiny man now, so you must have nothing.
It's like a baby's arm, wee mouse.
I do not want to see that then. I do not want to see any cut off baby arms.
It's just very cold. It's just very cold. Okay, now. As you are coming down out of the mountains here, the broken ground and foothills give way to an open plain, and you can see a forest off to the east. And Jakob points out, yes, over there is probably the way we want to go. It's doesn't bear sticking to the main road here. It's better to kind of cut through over that way directly to Goodmead itself. I believe I heard mention you were heading in that direction, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Insight.
I'm sure, please.
I don't trust this yak.
He's fine. He friend from home. He's all good.
Friend from home.
He comrade.
That is a.
No.
Sorry, say again, Unify?
That's a dirty 20.
Nice. He said, when he said this was the more direct route, he was telling the truth. Yeah, anyone familiar with the map of Icewindale? Yeah, there's Goodmead is kind of off to the eastern side of things there, and it would be a long. The main road through the mountains leads up to Rimshanda, which is the main city. Kind of city's a generous term. The main town. And then it would be a long arc over to the east and then back south to go down to Goodmead. So it's better to go direct if you're wanting to get there fast.
If you want to get there fast. But is it safe?
This Jakob seems very wise and well versed in the region.
I think Lodge would pull out some of her rations and maybe hand them to Jakob and just say, for your little fur baby you got hidden away in there, and that they can get hungry on these long journeys.
Oh, thank you, Lodge. Thank you very much. Was it Sylvester? I think I said Sylvester, right?
Sylvester, yes.
And he's like, oh, most kind, yes. He kind of reaches up, and again, just the little albino noodle snakes out of the hood and munches away at them. There you are, Sylvester. Yes. You stay warm and you stay fed. Yes. My trusty little companion. And scritches it under the chin.
Horrible.
I love parrots. They're so cute.
Okay. So, do you follow his advice?
I trust him.
I'll look over at Agum, and I'll look back at the dogs, and I'll just start veering the dogs over my sled, at least.
Okay.
Okay, Yuri. Just kind of follow.
Nonsense. Okay. Now, let me just check something. Okay. So yeah, you veer off towards Goodmead and start to make your way across the icy ground towards this forest. He's like, we'll skirt around the edge of it. We don't want to run foul of any beasties that might be lurking about inside.
What kind of beasts will we see inside?
Oh, we're up in these parts. Well, we're luckier than some. I've heard up towards the north and eastern parts of Icewind Dale there are reports of an awakened albino moose killing the forest folk, the loggers and the like. But round down here around Goodmead, there's nothing of the sort. Although I have heard of a couple of rather lusty and dangerous verbeegs kicking about the place. Are you familiar with the verbeeg?
I haven't got a clue, pal.
A kind of a half-giant kind of thing.
See, to be honest, I'm more concerned about the meese. Like, them wee bastards can climb the trees.
True, yes. The verbeegs have got a terrible reach on them as well, so you want to watch out for that.
Jesus, what if the verbeegs are riding the moose?
Oh, I haven't heard tell of them being spotted in the same kind of regions. Hopefully. And, of course, if we come across any winter wolves, just get these dogs running as fast as possible.
Jakob, why are you trying to scare the rest of the party?
I'm sorry, you look like a rather bold group of adventurers. I thought you'd take it in your stride.
Well, they can, but they don't need other things to worry about aside from you telling ghost stories about fluffy things in the forest.
Can I cast Minor Illusion?
Absolutely. So I just like how the left side of my face is just slowly getting brighter as the sun has risen now.
The land of the rising sun.
Apparently. So it is said. Yes, Yurifa, what illusion are you casting?
At like the farthest away range that I can, which is 30 feet. In the trees that I'm assuming we're like rushing past. I just want like a white moose that is like just galloping next to us, like through the trees.
Okay.
And as a Goom says, there's nothing to worry about. I'm like, well, I'm not sure. That seems pretty interesting.
I'll shout over to the supposed moose. Are you friend or foe? Can you just keep your distance, social distance, please? Just no. We don't want any trouble. We just need to go. Unless you know directions. Cool.
Wait, can I respond since I also have the princess power?
Can you throw your voice as well, can you?
It's a good
I don't
question.
know, we're about to see.
Okay, give me a deception check, Urifier. See if you can convincingly throw your voice.
Can I convincingly throw my voice?
It's just gonna be like,
Okay.
like a really bad ventriloquist.
It's a 13. It needs practice.
A 13. Okay, so that is the DC for Agum's insights check.
Where am I? I cannot find it. Insight. Where are you? Ah, sorry, my brain just doesn't want to work today. Well, I've got a -1 on my. I mean, my saving throw for that.
No, the insight on your skills, the list of skills. You have insight down in the middle.
Under history.
Oh, sorry, +2 I've got on that.
Okay. How was the roll? Can you roll it?
Oh, sorry. I told you my brain isn't working today.
okay.
So 17 altogether.
A 17.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear a voice purporting to be this moose, but it sounds an awful lot like Urifier, and coming from the neighboring sled. Nuts.
I just give him a really dirty look. I'm just like, you need to work on those skills, my friend.
Yakov got a 12, so Yakov believes it. He's like, and gracious, everyone, the moose, it has ventured south. Quick,
I love him so much.
drive the dogs forward, drive them forward. Protect the vase at all costs.
Rudy Tokyo drifts the sleigh.
Okay,
God's
could Agum, Urifier, and Zinlen make an animal handling check, please, as you are mushing your dogs?
Quick question.
Yes, Lodge.
I'm assuming it's been about an hour by now, so Pass Without Trace would be dropped at this point. But
Yeah.
while everyone's distracted, Lodge will cast Attack Magic on Jacob.
Please.
I'm going to use my inspiration that I got because I just rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
So I'm going to re-roll.
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
So you know.
Urifier?
I roll an 8.
8. Okay. Zin?
So I got a nat 1, and then I re-rolled with my inspiration.
Yes.
I got another nat 1.
Yeah!
Oh, mate.
For a
That's-
total of 0.
-1. Fantastic.
You love to see it.
Man.
Zinlen. What happens when you get snake eyes on Phoenix Uaki?
You roll a d100.
What is your primary class?
It is Artificer.
Okay.
I can just imagine him decking
Well,
out, man.
I mean, maybe. That is a 31.
31. Okay. On the Artificer table. Okay. Do you have your experimental elixir table?
Do I have one of those?
It might be just the certain type of artificer.
I think that's an alchemist that gets that.
Yeah, hang on. I'll put up the artificer rules and we'll get this table.
Yeah, that sounds like an alchemist.
I'll get you to roll in a second. 2 seconds. I'm jumping onto D&D Beyond. Alchemist. Spells. Experimental elixir. Okay, roll me a d6.
A d6. Can do. That is a 3.
A 3. Okay. The effects of one of your experimental elixirs apply to every enemy within 30 feet. And a 3 is resilience. So every enemy within 30 feet gets +1 to their AC.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Now, that was also a natch 1, and Unifier rolled an 8. So, as this moose panics the group and Jakob's panicked cries startle the dogs, the 3 Disney princesses hear them all shouting, "Oh, it's that moose he was talking about. Let's go. Come on, boys." And they all start just charging forward. Zinlen and Unifier, your dogs start charging on a intercept course towards each other, and you are unable to get them under control with those bad rolls, and the sleds slam into each other. Zinlen carrying Jakob as you are, as the sleds slam into each other, there is a slow motion moment
Oh no.
as we see the dogs tumbling, their little tongues out the side, and snow exploding around, the sled slowly tipping over. The little white noodle Sylvester leaps to safety as they go spiraling through the air, and I think they've got little flying squirrel pockets like side. They go wee, they swoop out across the side, and Zinlen and Unifier, and let's see, I'm gonna roll who. Okay, Lodge, I'm afraid you were in Unifier's sled. So Lodge, Unifier, and Zinlen, you are thrown along with Jakob, and you all land prone in the snow as the sleds tip over. The ghosts start to scatter this way and that. And we see in slow motion as Agum's beautiful vase
Oh no.
spins end over end, impacting against the trunk of the nearest tree. And there is a psh as the glass shatters. We smash cut to Jakob's face, kneeling, hands and knees in the snow, as he looks up, his beard encrusted in the powdery snow. And he starts to rise up as he loses control of his werebear lycanthropy, and his form swells. The furs split and stretch, tearing at the seams as this gigantic polar bear roars in anger. You did this. You did this. Would everyone please roll for initiative?
I feel like while he's
Hell yeah.
losing his shit, Agum is very much like, I've got more! Don't need to cry over it!
I assume that's what I detected with my detect magic earlier.
The lycanthropy did not give up anything, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's why I didn't say it, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, so there was nothing else?
And there was nothing on the go now, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay,
I lost my dice,
nice.
but I've got another one.
I got a
Literally
19.
went under the blankets.
Okay. And let me get my Goliath werebear stat block here. Please feel free to Google Goliath werebear or look it up on D&D Beyond because the art is amazing. Oh,
I got an 18, by the way.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Let me grab the thing here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Damn, look at that boy.
This is what
Oh my
stands
god, the
before you.
forebear's got a beard?
Okay, so Zinlen, how'd you go?
I got a 19.
19, nice. And Unifier?
I got a 10.
10, okay. And Agum?
Sorry, I got really distracted by the werebear. 18.
18, great. Okay, Lodge?
Dirty 20.
Nice. And Miss Lynn?
7.
Okay, thank you. And our converted Jakob coming in with a 5.1. Interesting. Okay. They're just overcome with rage. They are the slowest to react, it seems, which is good. Now, all of you, you have been given this important mission. This werebear is clearly unconsolable. The only way that you'll be able to survive and defeat and save the goats is to combat this creature. It looks like there's no reasoning with him after the loss of this vase. So, he is going to turn on you all, betraying the party, and attack. But, Lodge, you ain't dealing with this bitch.
With a sigh, she'll just start like taking off her hoop earrings, putting her hair up, and then she will rage.
Yes, indeed. We have two barbarians. I loved. By the way, everyone loved your build, Lodge. The beast kind of bestial side of the barbarians with the ranger. It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, Mid-Journey. I love it so much. Okay, so she will rage, and then she'll just shake her head, and probably with her accent will probably be like deeper as she's like range, but she'll just go, shouldn't have done that. I was just starting to like you. And then she will go for the...
By the way, everyone, we've got a whole bunch of people in here. Thank you for joining us, everyone, today. Absolutely awesome to have you all here. Please jump in the giveaway. We have a fantastic giveaway today. The Great Library, the latest release from CZRPG, a one-shot or drop-in location for your games. Fantastic design from CZRPG all the time. Or you can get your hands on one of our fantastic coupons for the digital catalogue of Troll Lord games. We have 3 coupons to give away for a nice discount over on Troll Lord games. So, !enter, like our friend Phantom has there, to get yourself in that giveaway, and we will draw the winner at the end of the session, if they survive. Actually, no, we'll draw the winner if they die as well. But after this combat here. Okay, so, Lodge, sorry, you rage, and...
Okay, so I will also, while she's raging, she'll do Form of the Beast Bite. And since she's raging, that's +2 to melee damage on top of this roll.
By the way, can I just say, I'm so glad you guys got to go first, because the 3 of you prone against this werebear is quite scary.
That's a 19 to hit.
A 19 will... The token on Roll20 says the AC is 1012. I don't think that's right.
Oh no.
That's amazing.
He was angry.
I see. In humanoid form it's 10, in bear form it's 12. Just put them together on the token.
Oh god.
That makes more sense. 1012. That's hilarious. It just has it written. There's no like line between them or anything. It's just 1012 in the slot. That's always AC. Okay, let me quickly change that. Okay, so yes, that'll hit.
Okay, so 1d8 plus 5. Okay, 8 plus 2, 10 points of what is that?
Oh, let me say, folks.
Damage.
Sorry, one thing. Sorry, as newcomers to the channel, for the most part, on Phoenix UK here we have a thing called cinematic advantage. If you can describe a cinematic use now, let's describe the scene fully here. Okay, we have some boulders, we have some rocky outcrops, we have trees. There are a couple of fallen ones lying half covered in snow. We have the 2 overturned dog sleds. The other one, which is still moving and circling around. Agum, that's yours. You're still on yours. Agum and Miss Lynn are on the other sled, still moving. Okay? And then we have the giant polar bear in front of you here. Okay, so, sorry, Lodge, what was the damage on that?
10 points of piercing damage, and if you want me to describe it a bit more, she's giant, and then she just gets these elongated teeth, kind of like the Yeti, and she will just lurch forward and go probably right for the throat or the shoulder, something like that, like
Nice.
just to bite
Okay.
the creature.
With the werebear's resistance, that will be half to 5, but you do bite into the creature and he goes, my vase! Sylvester, flee from this place! By the way, if any of you princesses had spoken to Sylvester, he would have warned you about this.
Oh shit. We were just too busy
And
goggling at how adorable he was.
And remember when I said that with my spin on the wheel, that the other enemy that you come across will have a companion?
Oh shit! I
Oh,
was
shit.
like, oh, he has a
Wow.
puppy thing. That's cute. I didn't even think of that.
It's the albino snow noodle may have distracted with its cuteness. Okay.
Well, hail.
Do you have a second attack, Lodge?
No,
Not sure.
I think that's my turn.
5th level.
Oh, get up. Thank you
So
very
just
much.
be spitting out like fur a little bit and just Ugh, gross.
Okay, thank you. Next up, we have Zinlen.
Okay, so Zinlan uses his like, what's the distance? Would you say approximately between me and the Yeti
Oh,
being
it's like
thrown on the floor?
it's only like 15 feet or so. Everyone was thrown
Okay,
from the same things. Actually, for you guys that were all thrown together from the sleds, you're about 5 feet apart. You're very close. Everyone crashed into the same bundle.
so I will use my movement to stand up and move back
Okay.
as far as I can. I have 35 feet of movement.
Okay.
Just to try and put some distance, but we'll do it with some flair, like, like kicking up off the ground, and moving with a strange sort of fluidity, almost like a dancer,
Nice.
whilst also like spinning around and lifting a hand forward, where the rest of you now see like this gem on the palm start to light up. And he says, "As I suspected, your pelt will make a fine addition to my wall. And I'm going to use my Infiltrator Armor Lightning Launcher, which is apparently a thing I have.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
First time playing an artificer. It basically sounds like I'm Iron Man.
Here it comes. I'm sorry, Michael already did Iron Man, sorry. That was the last
Yeah,
time we had
that's
a Jobeen on the stream, actually. The last Jobeen we had was a armor artificer, and they had the Iron Man suit. It was like, basically.
Cute.
Okay, as the lightning crackles out.
So that's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit. Double his
It's a
AC.
natural 19. Okay, that's that and that. So that. Ooh, right, that's crap on the damage. 3 points of lightning damage.
3 points of lightning damage. Okay, thank you. Not resisted.
Can I do something else? Hang on. What's the deal with 2-weapon fighting? I never understand it.
If you attack with one finesse weapon, you can then attack with your bonus action with the other finesse weapon. If you have 2 finesse weapons, but you've cast the
Oh,
spell.
it's light melee.
Oh, sorry.
Not finesse.
I think they have to be finesse as well.
It doesn't say finesse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I always get confused. But yeah, it doesn't matter. And plus, I don't think that counted as a spell. But yeah, I don't have any other bonus actions, so
Okay.
I will stand there with a menacing aura.
Noted. Okay. Agum.
Just a quick one. Just because of mechanics, am I able to do one or the other or both? Would I? Because it's been ages since I played a barbarian. Would I need to rage first before, if I have the option to activate my molten armor, or could I only do one or the other?
What was the option to activate? Does it say it's an action or a bonus action?
Let me have a quick check. Well, it says that I can use a bonus action to end it. To activate the armor. It doesn't say about using it as a bonus action.
Okay. So
You can
So
use an
if you
action.
spend one charge as part of the action to make the armor glow, you can make the armor emit heat in addition to light for 1 minute. So I think I can use it as an action.
It's an action to activate it.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you can activate the armor and rage in the same turn because it's an action and a bonus action.
Cool, brilliant. I will do that then.
Okay, so please describe to us what happens as this black spiky armor erupts into its molten hellfire armor form.
So I feel as though like some like black smoke will kind of emit from like the base of like the spikes coming out, and you can just kind of hear like a sizzle and a crackle as it starts to like heat up and like almost like cracks between like the spikes are just kind of like emitting the glow. And yeah, getting angry at the same time, almost kind of like she's losing her top. And if anyone gets this reference in a way, and she's like, oh, pointy vero, pointy, anoint your head, anointy. Please tell me if anyone gets that reference. So, yeah. So there, she's just gonna be like that, just completely like her eyes bloodshot, angry, and pissed as anything.
Okay. And you see this, everyone, you see this little gerbine, and the armor just starts to glow, and this fiery heat comes out. All the snow around them just flash melts as this armor erupts. This is clearly how you're doing glass blowing on the side of the road. You're just using your armor.
Yeah, pretty much.
And okay, any movements or just standing up? You're still with the sled.
Oh yeah. How close are we in feet to Bear Boy?
You guys are about 20 feet away as you moved your sled out of the way.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna just as light-footed as I can. I'm going to move as close as possible. I've got 30 feet of walking speed, so I'm gonna go as close as possible to Bear Boy.
Okay. Thank you.
With my warhammer ready in hand.
Okay, so yeah, you just got charging across.
Is that like a tiny little mallet? Because you're a Jabin? It's a warhammer?
Whack-a-mole.
No.
It's just like a steak mallet, yeah, meat mallet.
You kind of doing that kind of like anime thing where you're kind of dragging it through the snow behind you, like.
Yeah.
Or like in
Naruto
the new Pokemon game, I'm like Tinker. What's it called? The pink thing with the big hammer.
Like a ton or something.
Yeah, and the basically like. Ah!
Love it. Okay, and you go charging towards the bear. Unifier, what do you do?
Okay. As I like hit the snow, kind of like lift up my face and like shake snow from my face, knowing that we're probably in danger, I will reach back, grab my bow, and I'm going to, as I turn around, I'm going to knock an arrow, and I'm not even getting up from prone. I'm going to shoot an arrow, but I'm also going to be casting... No, wait, can I do that? No, I cannot. That is fine. I am going to, instead of doing all that, turn around and I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay, go for
I
it.
can do that. No, it's the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends.
So you cast it and then attack? Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that...
Oh, this is from the Travis Savoy.
I'm so sorry. I like
That's okay.
screwed up
No problem.
everything in my brain.
This is from the Travis Savoy Icewind Dale music as well. That's perfect.
Brilliant.
Cool. Ensnaring Strike is a bonus action. So I cast Ensnaring Strike on the arrow, and I'm going to knock it, and I'm going to release it towards our ex-friend.
Go for it.
Alright.
Mistlin, you're on deck.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Cool. Okay, so the so for the arrow that is 1 plus 3 So that is 10 points of piercing damage from the arrow.
Nice.
And then ensnaring strike. We are doing that at 2nd level. And a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact, and the target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends.
Awesome. What's your spell save DC?
It will be 13.
13. Okay. That is going to be... Beats it. 13, sorry. So yeah, all these vines just erupt out through the snow around them and kind of start wrapping up, but then the massive werebear just goes, no, for my vase, for Sylvester.
Nobody
nothing
cares
has
about the
happened.
vase, they have more.
How could you say such a thing? Each piece of Agum's work is a crystal, a diamond shining in the creative sphere of space. And
This guy's lost it.
Super fun.
Miss Lynn.
Right, so Miss Lynn is the last one on a sleigh, considering Agum just got up and started walking off with their hammer. So Miss Lynn is gonna kind of almost like U-turn the dogs that kind of like do like a drive-by attack. So Miss Lynn like raises his left hand and it says, "Prepare for an inflict wounds that'll enter the life, you wee bitch." But instead of inflict wounds being cast, the left hand emanates like a blackish purple cloud that kind of emanates and wraps around, and just a cloud of daggers sweeps around the polar bear's head. So it's a 5-foot cube or radius, and it takes damage at the beginning of its turns, or if it enters its turn there, he doesn't have to make a save.
Okay.
Also, continuing that motion, so after like this smoke is kind of like leaving his hand, it almost like wraps around him and kind of like almost like Venom from Spider-Man, just kind of like, and like almost like this veil just comes around, and like he just like has like those Venom like eyes as he takes on his form of dread as his bonus action.
Oh.
So I will have to roll a d10. Rad. I get more HP because I definitely don't need it. Let's see. So I get 7 temporary hit points. And I can, once on each of my turns, if I hit a creature, cool. And I'm immune to the frightened condition, which is awesome.
Nice.
So Miss Lynn just like transformed into like this like small dwarvish Venom, and he's just like, "We will die on your flesh tonight." I end my turn.
Fantastic. Is there so there's no damage on this turn?
Entering his turn,
Which
he
is
now
now?
takes 44 of damage.
Okay, that's right now. So go for it.
Yep. Radical.
Zinlin is very happy about seeing Miss Lynn's new form.
Lodge, you're up next.
2 plus. Oh no, shit! I'm rolling the wrong dice. Jesus.
Bad as me.
New character. Who this? He takes 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
As the blade of clouds just go whirlpool his head.
Awesome. Okay. Now, that takes off a third of their damage with all of your turns there. So, this is a 3-stage combat. So, as a third is gone, we shall be... hang on, let me just quickly do this. Okay. Okay, as a third of the damage is gone, we shall be moving into phase 2 here, musically speaking. Sorry, do love to. That was all the stuff that we have been uploading to Sirenscape. If you would like to jump in there and become a Super Siren, everyone, you can upload your own choice of music. If you wish and create your own sound sets using their sound effects and your music, or you can use the music available to you from Sirenscape. Their own original compositions. For example, Avernus Rock.
Hell yeah. This is battle music.
Okay, as we get to the werebear's first turn, he roars, looking at Zinlen. Everyone thinks I've got it in for Patch, but the dice roll this way, I swear. You did this. As you are the one who rolled the natural one. You did this. And to think I loved you. And comes charging towards you. And he swings at you with his claws.
The music's just stopped for me as well, just as it started.
Really?
Yeah.
It's playing.
Yeah.
It's playing on my end.
Mm,
Hang on, let me try again.
Now we know what it's like to be Pat.
Oi.
Is this what it sounds like?
I mean that as like solidarity, man.
Not my fault. I've got crap settled.
Sorry about that, folks. 2 seconds. We'll get
Oh.
that set.
By the way, when were we supposed to have the Jesus Christ, the wild magic surge?
Oh, that was yes.
no.
Sorry, that was on your turn. Thank you so much.
oh.
Yeah, I just remembered.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know if that was a good thing to
no.
mention, though.
Oh no, no.
We'll find out.
Of course, of course. Okay. Oh, I also forgot that +1 to AC from Patch. And it doesn't matter. All of your attacks hit. So it's now 1013.
So before the bear makes a swing at Zenlin, you see fucking Broody Venom kind of like raise his arm and like his like left arm kind of like peels back to reveal his like dwarvish hand, and he shoots the warding flare out, which let's within 30 feet. Yeah, so I'm using my reaction to impose disadvantage on his attack roll.
Nice. Okay. So the first swing with disadvantage comes in at you, Zinlin. Massive claw tearing at you. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Oh,
Yes.
It was a dirty 20 and a 27.
I tried to help Patch.
Okay, you take 14 slashing damage.
Ooh, okay. That's how we're playing this.
Yes, indeed. Now, the first attack will be against you, but, you know, my bloodlust for Patch sated. I shall roll for the second attack.
yeah. Quick
Okay.
question. If Lodge was close enough to bite, but the werebear charges at Patch's character, does that provoke attack of opportunity?
Everyone was close by at the start here, so Zinlin was away, but I think the Webex just kind of like shoved you out to the side and stepped past you, but still was within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
Okay, so they're still there next to you, but they've just moved past you, staying within melee with you, and
Alright.
lashed out. The second one goes for you, Miss Lynn. 27 to hit, and that is 8 slashing damage on Miss Lynn. The disadvantage is just on the first attack, right?
Sorry, that was damage against me, was it?
Yes, Pat. Yeah.
Sorry, like our me and Patch's names are so similar. I'm like blanking out. Sorry.
Yeah, it's true. I was having trouble.
No problem.
Sorry, 8 damage.
8 slashing, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. As they roar there, and that brings us back to Lodge.
Okay. Let me double check something.
I hate to be a pain, I still don't have any music.
Yeah,
Oh.
same.
Now I do.
You
It's
good?
just come back.
Cool.
Okay.
That do.
Yeah, it was
Um,
this is my computer's fault, not Sirenscape's fault, but sometimes when I stop it, it will keep playing the one that's currently playing. So if I restarted it for you guys, it would have been playing 2 at the same time, because we could still hear it, and stream could still hear it. So I was waiting for that track to finish.
Gotcha.
Thank you, though. Yes, Lodge.
I am going to go for the Great Axe, and I'm going to use Reckless Attack to get advantage.
Nice.
Good thing, too, that was not one.
Oh.
That is a 14 to hit.
Excellent, that hits.
Okay.
So isn't it Pat that can't hear this?
Oh no, I can.
You can. Okay.
I'm playing it through my phone.
Oh, okay. I was like, Pat can't hear it, but he's rocking out perfectly in time.
That's the power of a Venice rock.
14 plus 2, 16 slashing damage points.
Awesome. Massive hits. Okay, the Great Axe, as the werebear foolishly pushes past you to attack Zinlen, you bury the axe in its back, and it roars in pain. Roar!
Here's that axe lodged in your face, motherfucker.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
And that brings us to said Zinlen.
Oh shit. Okay.
Agum, you're on deck.
I actually forgot I was playing then. I'm just enjoying watching everyone so much. This is great.
Do join us.
Okay.
Everyone jump in the
Okay,
giveaway.
so Zinlan took that big hit. He's rather impressed. Didn't think much of this person before the transformation. Very impressed by what he's seen from Misslin. So as he prepares his attack, looks over towards Misslin, says, "My regards to your undead patron." And then he just sort of twitches his wrist as the gemstone vanishes, and out from his long sleeve appears a hand crossbow, and he fires directly at going for right in between the eyes.
Okay, remember he did close to attack you, so that would be disadvantage.
Oh, he did. I forgot this. In which case, I won't do that. As the hand crossbow does not spring forward. Instead, a different gem comes out in place. As he lunges forward, puts his hand right on his face, like, oh god, that was. In fact, he puts his hand like over. Tries to get it over its mouth, basically, as he casts Infestation.
Oh, wow.
Oh, amazing.
So he is attempting to fill this Goliath ball, whatever it's called, fill its mouth with bugs and worms and horrible beasties.
Okay.
So I'd like him to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC will be 15.
Constitution saving throw, DC 15. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. How very dirty of you.
I apologize.
So it is a cantrip, so I believe it does no damage. But the mental trauma will stay with him for quite some time.
As the saying goes, when in the Rhodania Chronicles, do as the wild ones do. So keeping it as dirty as possible. Okay. So is there half damage or anything?
It's cantrip, so it's no damage.
Ah, okay. But yeah, so
it's just the mental trauma will stay with him.
Okay, so as this eruption of bugs comes out, this is a polar bear, and they're like, ooh, grubs, thank you. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Oh, that's it.
Agum.
Agum.
Purifier on deck.
All right, so with my, I'm assuming I'm right up in his face.
You can be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. I'm right up in his face. I am going to use my Warhammer against him.
Okay.
Because I'm proficient, I should roll a D8 and a D10.
If it depends on
after I see if it hits.
Is it one-handed or two-handed?
It should be a two-handed because it's a Warhammer.
Do you have a shield? You won't, will you?
No.
No. Okay, then it's a D10 damage. Yeah.
Okay,
You
cool.
roll a D10.
Yeah, that's just the difference between one and two-handed.
Okay, cool. That's fine. But I do get a +2 on melee, though,
Nice.
don't I?
Yep.
For that, because I'm raging.
Mhm.
Cool. So does a... Oh, God, I'm dropping my D20 all over the place. Almost fell on the floor.
Pressure.
Does a... That's a +4. 16 hits.
It does indeed. As the tiny hammer slams home.
You said a D10, yeah?
He's like, "Oh, what are you trying to test my reflexes? What's going on?"
Oh, yes, sorry, someone's just
Oh,
mentioned Wild Magic
Phantom, well
Surge.
done. Thank you. Good save, good
Perfect.
save. Okay. The Barbarian Wild Magic 44 is... Okay.
Oh,
It's cosmetic, it's okay, but everyone, you notice this tiny Jerbine mouse in Hellfire armor sticking out the bottom as they charge forward. There is a little kind of trotting sound as they seem to have taken on some aspect of these magical goats that you're transporting, and your feet become cloven hooves.
Oh, that's quite perfect, especially with like the kite satanic armor wearing. Oh god. So in that, so I rolled 3 + 1, so 4, so that's a 6.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, why do I keep clicking the wrong thing? It's my actual. I don't use that digital dice. Yeah, so 6. And with that, I'm going to see. Am I able to climb on him
Certainly.
as a movement?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Make
Cool.
me an acrobatics check to see how well you do it. Thank you, Phantom.
Okay, so
Patch.
acrobatics. It's a 15.
15. Okay, so yes, you slam home with your tiny warhammer, and then she's like, "Oh, that was quite painful." And then you grab handfuls of fur as you start to clamber up the beast. And I'll say, if you're climbing directly on him, is it a D4 heat damage from your armor?
Yes.
Okay, so roll me a D4 as well, please. As the molten hellfire starts to burn into him.
This is the
that-
strangest DLC for Shadows of the Colossus that I've ever seen.
That would be a 4.
Excellent max damage. Nicely done. Okay, and that brings us to Unifier with Misslin on deck. Muted, Wyatt?
Thank you.
No worries.
I am going to stand up. So, half movement.
Yep.
Yay. Oh my god, that's right. Halflings are slow.
I think you would have stood up on your first turn, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. You just
No, I
lounging
stayed
in the
laying
snow.
down and shot the arrow. Okay, so I get up and I am going to attempt to cast sleep on him.
Nice. So
Yeah.
there's how many dice do you roll?
5d8.
5d8. Okay. So if you beat his remaining HP, he will fall into a deep slumber.
Goes into hibernation.
Now, as we are entering into our third section of the combat here, let me just stop that for a moment. And starts the third and final section of music here. Hold that thought, Unifier. Now, Patch, for the third and final one, there's only one way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, you thought the last one was fire?
Yeah, this shouldn't work, but it so does.
I don't think this is gonna happen, but it's fine. 22.
Close, but no, I'm afraid. Usually chat can see my screen, but with 23 remaining hit points. The web.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Really?
It's right there. It's so close. Awesome.
Damn.
Okay.
I would like to run a smidgen closer then,
Please do.
with the 10 extra feet that I have.
Okay. Everyone, please do check out the fantastic Collectif Dubiosa and Noah on YouTube. Over there, links are in chat. Okay.
I like to imagine this is actually Agum, like, singing in her rage because of the accent.
Just death metal as well, like just growling it. Love it. While she's raging.
Blood Harmonize is also raging.
Unify, I think Unify also has a level in Bard, so they actually say, "This is where the fire in my name comes from," and he just like pulls out the instrument from his back and just starts jamming away.
Pull out the loot.
The El Dorado gift.
Aggressive loot ensues. Okay.
Yes.
My DNA. Okay, so as that brings us to Miss Lynn.
Alright, Miss Lynn, now in Venom form, does like a handbrake turn with the sleigh and uses some momentum to like kind of barrel towards the polar bear. He's gonna leap off and attempt to like thwack it with his quarterstaff.
Go for it.
Right, rolling to hit.
And actually, that's a cinematic advantage if ever I heard one. Yeah, as the sledge just like slow motion like does a power slide around, and all the dogs are just yipping. Zinlen, Unify, and Agum, you can all hear them all. You heard him, boss. You heard him. Go.
So it was 14 or 18.
That definitely hits.
Yeah, boy. That is 1d. Actually, yeah, no. He would have went with 2 hands, so to get a good thwack. So that's 1d8 of bonk damage. So that's a 2 plus 4, which is 8.
2 plus
now
4?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah,
So-
6 damage there. Slams into him. Okay.
So as my fucking monster venom form like thwacks the polar bear, I require the polar bear to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. We have determined he is wise.
Oh shit.
Not as wise as he is strong and constitution, but yeah, it's all good. That is going to be 19.
Damn it. Okay, he is not afraid of me.
Sorry, Patch may not have told you that I rolled really well.
Yeah.
Well, Roll20 rolls very well for me.
Do I have any spells as a bonus action? Who's hurt? Let's be a cleric. Who's hurt?
Nice.
Oh, you're cute.
As the dark whisperings of your undead patron leave you for a moment, you remember your clerical beginnings.
Broody here remembers the voice of Zenlin. Is like in the form of dread. His venom head kind of just like a 180 or wherever Zenlin is, just because it goes. It will spare your life. I saved you this once, and that's the healing word. Let's see. You get back. 6 points of healing.
Ooh. Much obliged.
Okay, thank you. Right,
My turn.
and that brings us to Jakob. Now, all of you are right up in his face, so he is going to roll a dice here. Yep. Okay, that is going to be Unifier. As you scramble up out of the snow and run towards it, he sees you. He's like, no. There's a massive claw goes rushing towards you. That is going to be a natural 1. After I just said how well I roll.
I dodge.
Everyone,
Karma.
if you've got them, let those phoenixes fly. The second claw comes tearing around towards, let's see, who's it gonna be? Agum! He's like, you clearly distracted him, clambering up on his back, and he's just like, what's this? Get off me! You're not Sylvester! And he just like claws at you, trying to rip you off. That's gonna be a 22.
Oh, my AC.
Yes.
Oh yeah, 15.
Even
so
the
yeah.
Hellfire Armor can't save you there, I'm afraid.
No, it can't.
That is 14 slashing damage. But doesn't he take the heat? He takes the heat damage if he hits you, right?
Yeah, if he touches me.
Is it half because you're raging?
Welcome in, Princess Lydia. Yes, it will be. Yes, it's half to 7.
Yeah.
Yes. So what is that? 7 damage I get then?
Yes.
Okay, Dunkel.
And what was the D4?
The D4 is a 3.
Nice. Okay. 3 more damage as he yowls in pain as this burning armor causes the damage there. Oof, it's getting rough. Okay. Cometh the hour, cometh the lodge. Go!
Alright, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna go for the Great Axe on a reckless attack.
Nice.
Oh, very good thing that I had that. There's an 18 to hit.
Okay. Ooh, Princess Lydia, fun fact, she has 4 d20s. Well, Princess Lydia, if you would like more awesome dice, we do recommend Phoenix Dice. And if you use our coupon code or jump into their winter sale, which is on right now, you can get a nice discount. Okay, what's the damage on that lodge?
19 points of slashing damage. I got max damage on that D12, baby.
Patch is aware, but for you newcomers, there is a phrase on the channel. And it goes, tell me what happens.
I'm gonna say that before she leaps up and goes for another attack right at the throat, right where like the past slash marks have landed, she'll just go, "This one's for Sylvester, you motherfucker!" And then just whoosh, jump through the air while she's raging, just bring that axe down, and with all the intent of cleaving him in twain.
Awesome. Okay, so yes, as we see this combat, this frenzied action slow down and everything starts to move in slow motion as the camera pans around 360 around the scene. We see Unify rising up out of the snow, ducking under the claws that massively sweeps over them. We see Miss Lynn roaring, trying to scare them with this venom-like thing, looking pissed off that it didn't work. We see up in the back of the were polar bear's fur a small Gerbine barbarian burning with hellfire as the singeing smoke of the polar bear fur rises up, smoking in the cold forest air. And we see an earth genasi leap, one leg raised up, a hammer above their head, so great axe above their head, and it slams down into the shoulder of the werebear and cuts deep, so deep, and the werebear in slow motion crashes to the snow, the blood spilling out and reddening the white expanse of the Icewind Dale ground. We hear, as an audience, but not as adventurers locked up in this combat, the sound of a surprised Verbeek. "Oh, bloody hell. I'm gonna get just a few of these goats and then get out of here." And you see him
wanker.
as he steals some of the goats and goes rushing off. "The missus will love these." And goes running back off towards his cave deep in the woods. And as the werebear crashes to the snow and breathes their last, you all find yourselves breathing heavily, safe, with the majority of your magical goats left. Quickly gathering them up, You right the sleds and jump up on them again, cracking the reins and urging them forward. You go sliding around the rest of the woodland here, and as you herd this mystical herd of goats towards the cluster of buildings that slowly emerges out of the blowing snow and the blizzard ahead, you can see the flickering lanterns, and you start to hear over the wind the dull buzz of the droning of the bees in the mead hall of good mead. And you successfully deliver the majority of the goats to their destination. And we will finish there, as you all warm yourselves by the fire, receive a hero's welcome for the folks of good mead, are treated mead on the house, Nomi Hodai, all you can drink all the way through, and you are greeted there, resting in a high-backed chair with their feet up to the flickering flames of the large fireplace, by, once more, Eliwick Tan. And you are rewarded. And as we see here, we all know the real treasure is the friends you made along the way. And we'll leave this scene as Zinlen, everyone is enjoying their drinks, and you are enjoying your mead. It goes rather well with the slightly stringy meat that was Sylvester. Something to wash it all down with.
I missed that part.
And Eliwick Tan will return you to your homes or send you anywhere else in the Wakiverse that you would like to go. In congratulations and thanks for fulfilling this quest from those wizards in Luskan. Wizards of the coast, if you will. Because this turned out very nicely. As people who watch the D&D Beyond or other videos about D&D releases will know, all of the writers of Rime of the Frostmaiden, the Icewind Dale adventure, banded together and promised that they would put goats in as many encounters as possible throughout the adventure. And the first encounter that my Rime of the Frostmaiden players was rescuing goats from a Verbeeg in the forest near Goodmead.
Oh,
So you have safely
that's funny.
you have safely ensured that the events of Rime of the Frostmaiden can occur as they were meant to. As the goats
The
are
timeline is
delivered.
protected.
The Goliaths of the mountains can enjoy their goat ball. The Verbeeg has his goats in his cave. The various random encounters are all in place and ready for the adventurers that are coming to save Icewind Dale from Oral the Frostmaiden. Congratulations, my
Nice.
friends, and a massive thank you to you all. And to everyone that's been joining us, a huge crowd of folks in the whole way through. An absolute pleasure. Thank you to everyone who's come in today. If you're not already, please give us a follow. We have fantastic fun one-shots like this. We have awesome charity events and some incredible adventurers on incredible journeys and stories that are unfolding every week. We play lots and lots of D&D and occasional other systems, and if you would like to jump in and join that, give us a follow. Jump in that Discord, jump on the Twitter and everything, get news of what's coming up, and we will see you all again, hopefully very, very soon. Now, let's just have a little outro for each of our players here. Where do you return to or head to, and how do you wrap things up here? Agum?
I feel like I should go to another land. She kind of turns to like Zinlin and is like, I very interested in your land. I hear that it is very nice. Are you going anytime soon? I go with, yeah?
Oh, I'm sure you could have a lift with me, but I will give you about 5-minute head start once we get there. I need to kill someone, but you're quite nice, so I'll give you 5-minute head start before I start looking for someone to kill.
Okay. I I feel like she would run off to Rhodania, basically.
Nice. Unifier, where is our halfling headed?
Well, Unifier, after looking around and remembering the very curious adventure that he was just whisked away on, he looks forward to a nice warm bed and getting back to his prayers and not seeing any of them again.
Noted. Thank you. Zinlen, apart from hunting Agum, what are you doing?
So Zinlin will likely want to be taken back to the place where he was originally, in the basement of that building in the city of Berthy, where I imagine all the windows and doors are now all boarded up, and this gentleman is now sat in a chair, breathing heavy, sweating. Right, he won't get me now. And then Zinlin's voice just appears from the shadow cast from the light. Oh, you did your best. Sorry for the delay. And then it just cuts to black.
Thank you. Miss Lynn, how about you?
Miss Lynn approaches Slodge with his quarterstaff, packed weapon, pickaxe. He kind of puts a mead on the still, because he can't reach the table. He puts it on the still, and he's just like, "So, what are you doing after this? Do you want to smash it up in the mines?"
Absolutely. Okay, you definitely find a few folks in here to take up on that offer. And Lodge, how about you?
I'll say Lodge will want to return to the familiar place of her clan, to her jewelry making, and given the goats that were lost in this rescue mission, she will make a bracelet with 3 or 4 gems representing each of their names. We'll call them Dylan, Oberon, and Barbara. And she'll wear that like a shiny little bracelet.
Nice.
So just go, you'll be
Oh
with
my
your
god,
friends.
I love it.
I promise.
They're my
And then
precious
she'll just-
babies.
They are. They're my precious babies. And
Little
she'll find a
baby.
good stiff drink.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, and that is that. Thank you all. So let me just show you what we were dealing with here as we look at that brief for the adventure one time. You may look this time as we were tasked with adventurers who must herd a herd of goats. It might involve the Shadowfell, which is where Yakko came through the Shadow Roads. There is a wise lycanthrope who falls in love with a character. They are part of the same organization as another character. The characters start in a chase scene. Partway through, an ally turns out to be an enemy. And if things slow down, something betrays them. That was the vase being shattered. I was interested it was something, not someone. And unfortunately for Sylvester, afterwards the characters are splitting up the treasure. Which is why Patch's character laid into Sylvester there, because it was the friends you made along the way and had to split up at the end. Unfortunately. There you go, folks. Another fantastic one-shot roulette from all of these fantastic people. Thank you so much for joining us today. Everyone over there in chat, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you along with us. And that was another one for the books, those legendary books. Thank you all so much, everyone. Absolutely wonderful. An absolute pleasure, as suspected. Right, okay, my friends, there is but one last thing to do, and that is to see which of you fine folk over there are going to be our lucky winners for today. We have a copy of the new release from CZRPG, The Great Library, and 3 coupons for Troll Lord Games going to our lucky winners today. So, last chance to jump in there, !enter in chat if you want the chance to win. We will close the entries after we've said goodbye to our friends here. And a quick rundown. I am John of QuestJunkiesUK, and we'll be back later in the week with all of our regular campaigns, Out of the Abyss, Barovia and Beyond, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Candlekeep Mysteries, and then back next week with The Hunger of Ithrin. Looking forward to seeing what happened after yesterday, because it was a rather eventful session. And where can we find all of these fine folks? Lodge, where can people find you on the material plane?
Generally any place on social media just by the same name, just Nice Try Enigma. I don't post a lot, but there's always something brewing.
All the links in chat. Give these wonderful people a follow if you would. Thank you. And Miss Lynn on the material plane, you are?
Hello, I am Patrick, aka Patins. Sometimes draw, but on nights I usually play Connell, but tonight I played as Miss Lynn Broodfist. You can find me on Twitter at PatTunes, on TikTok at PatTunes, on Instagram at Pat.tunes.
Don't worry, all the links are in chat. All the links are in chat.
yeah. Click the thing. I don't post a lot, but when I do post art, it's usually related to our Rhodania campaign. And tonight was a lot of fun, and I really appreciate you, John, for having me on.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming. QuestJunkiesUK.
That is right. Yes, it's me, Patch from QuestJunkiesUK. I am the bringer of chaos and sometimes my players to this channel. Thank you, John, for allowing this little thing to happen. I have been wanting to introduce these guys to One Shot Roulette for quite some time. It has been a pleasure as always. You can find me at QuestJunkiesUK on pretty much all social media. You can find us playing D&D in this slot every Monday. The Rhodania Chronicles is our weekly campaign. We also do the Demetherin 5 every 2 weeks on a Saturday, which is a campaign that John plays in. We have more stuff coming up in the new year. We are venturing to Wildmount for a new weekly campaign, which I'm very, very excited about. Oh, I was doing some planning for it today. It's going to be brilliant.
Awesome.
But you can also see me on QuestJunkiesUK every 2 weeks on a Friday playing Kellen Sturgrove, everyone's favourite sassy yet classy lady that keeps getting killed by John.
Only once.
Only once. Once was enough!
Thank you. And the Moonkeep, please.
Well, hello, my friends. I guess it's just become my shtick to do weird noises when I'm called on. Hi, I'm Wyatt. I am the Moonkeep. You may know me as Felix in Felix's Tavern, the Moonkeep, and the content that I create. You can find me mainly on TikTok and now Instagram for whatever reason. Great fun things are coming. Really big gigs that I'm going to be a part of are coming up stateside. And you can find me in all those places. Oh yeah, and I play Reese, our wonderful cleric bard on QuestJunkiesUK. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes, all the links in chat. Give the follow and keep up to date with all of the news coming up there. And last but not least, Agum.
Hello, I am Mai, aka Myrit the Pirate. You can find me on all social medias as Myrit the Pirate or Myrit Pirate on Twitter and Hive because too many characters. You can also find me on Mondays playing the Circle of Stars Philly's Druid, Rhodania. I will also be taking part in the Wildmount campaign, which I'm very excited about. Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, you can find me on all the social media places. But yes, thank you so much for inviting us. I've had a whale of a time today, and I love Agum. I want to play Agum again.
It was a fantastic session. Thank you all so much. Right, okay, thank you all, everyone. That is awesome. And that is last call, I'm afraid, done for the giveaway. Closing up those entries. Let me give it a quick refresh, make sure everyone is in there. Okay, there we go. Everyone is in. Closing the entries. Good luck, everyone. We have our 3 discount vouchers to give away for Troll Lord Games. They will be going to Ziggy. Congratulations. Number 2 goes to Wombat Ghoul. Congratulations. And the 3rd voucher for Troll Lord Games going to the Maharishi. Congratulations, Rishi. So, there we have 3 vouchers heading off for the digital catalogue of Troll Lord Games. I will send that to you on your messaging platform. If I know you, I'll do it over on Discord. If not, in the Twitch Whispers here. And last but not least, we have the fantastic The Great Library from CZRPG, which will be going to Silence. Congratulations, Silence. We will be giving that link for you to download that, get that in your games as soon as possible. A massive thank you, everyone. Absolute pleasure as always. And I cannot wait to head off for more adventures and more stories with you all very, very soon. We have been QuestJunkiesUK, and we are going to head off raiding someone. Let's see who is on at the moment. Okay. Ooh, okay. Friend of the channel on our last one-shot, our honey heist that we did recently, James Hake, Joey Hake, and friends are in the middle of doing their Ghostfire gaming official podcast. Let us go over there. They'll be with Ben Byrne of Ghostfire Games, and usually Sean Irwin, but from the looks of the thing, I think it's not. It looks like someone else at the moment. But the fantastic Dale Kingsmill is over there as well. So let's go raiding into Ghostfire and say hello to them. You know what to do, folks. Stick around for that raid. If you've got them, let those phoenixes fly. But until next time, as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi! Goodbye!
Bye.
Thank you!
Bye.
いただきます。
you